What's going on, YouTube? Claic Yuzolt back again with another Epic 7 video. Today we just got hit with a ton of patch notes. It's the big, update everybody's been waiting on. I'm not going to go over hero balancing because I'm not that good in the game yet to be able to understand, this makes X unit great. But I do want to talk about what's coming to the game and explain why I'm excited about it. So let's get into it. All right, guys, we have a big update here. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been waiting on it. The big Season 2 update is here with a lot of the stuff they've been talking about, a lot of the content, so we're going to get right into it. The Alchemist Steeple is a new type of building we can use to go in there and craft a lot of different things, such as crafting materials. We actually need to craft equipment down in the Still Workshop. We can use it to make Epic Catalyst or Normal Catalyst. We can also use it to make charms to be able to, enhance our and put up our experience in our equipment. So this is why this is going to be useful here. We can see we have an example of using Breath of Orbis hitting right here, and it shows us how we can use it. I've been saving my Breath of Orbis for this specifically. You can always refund on other establishments, other buildings if you don't want that anymore and you want to put it more into this. We have three options to make it. We can make the gold go down, reduce the gold cost when using it. We really need to use the laboratory. We need to put 3 into there so we can just use it for everything, right? We have to upgrade it once to be able to do charms, twice to do crafting materials, and the last one, third, to do the Epic Catalyst or the Normal Catalyst crafting. So we're going to have to put all 3 into there. And the next part is the quality points part, which is part of all of the ways you craft in here. Quality points are going to be very important. And we'll get into that a little bit as we go through this. So I think, in my opinion, I'm going with laboratory first, and then I'm going to ingredient storage second, and then I'm going to worry about the gold last. I mean, I know gold is very important. Everybody needs gold. You need gold for everything in this game, but you can also kind of farm gold everywhere in this game. So that'll be the last resource I'd be going into, as opposed when upgrading this building. That could be right or wrong. Again, I'm no expert in this game yet. Those are just my initial thoughts. Moving on down, we see that we can make these random equipment charms and random accessory charms one time per week. And the way to create them is we just fuse a bunch of different, unusable equipment that we're not going to use anyway. We're either going to fuse into our equipment to level it up or maybe sell. We can put it in there. If we look down at this bar right here to the left, I do believe this is our quality bar. Can't be for sure because it's in Korean and we haven't gotten our hands on it. We'll get our hands on it later today. And maybe I'll make a video on that. But maybe as you fill it up, that's the quality right there. The graded amount of items crafted will increase depending on the quality grade. So as we get that quality up, see, as increased quality points, as we get that up, we're going to actually get more and better quality charms, which is going to be very important. I know you can only do this once per week, but I think it's something we can, something we can look forward to get in there, get some charms out of it, level up some equipment we've been looking forward to. Or maybe get those higher tier levels like 12 to 15, making it an easier push by getting rid of some junk stuff we weren't using anyway. Next up, you have the ability to be able to craft the higher tier crafting materials that you would get from like Wyvern, Golem, etc. I don't think that higher tier players are really necessarily going to need this. I think this is more for a lower tier, newer beginner player, mid tier player, to be able to have them use their smaller tier crafting materials to make the better ones. That way they can go into the Still Workshop and make some of that better gear to help them push them in progression and get a little bit better. So you can see here, to be able to make this stuff, you're actually going to have to clear lower level tiers of these different hunts to get the recipes, and that's how we do that. So there's going to be different things you guys will have to deal with that. And then we get into the catalyst crafting, which if you guys have been playing the game I've only been playing it for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks coming back, and I can already see that the epic catalyst grind is real. So this is going to be an option for you guys to be able to go in and create different catalysts, maybe look into what you really need, and kind of sacrifice. I wish I had this many catalysts. Good God! Anyway, kind of sacrifice the ones you don't need for ones you need immediately. As you can see, we're taking 3 of the catalysts here. We have like up to good on the quality grade. Hey, this is in English. And we're popping out 2 slime jelly. So we went 3 to 2, but we got 2 specific ones we needed. If we go ahead and scroll down here, it gives us a whole bar on what quality grade we need in order to make. You can see normal, good, and epic. It's going to be points needed 30, 60, 80. Amount acquired 1, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. If we look below the quality points required for each catalyst grade, rare you need 10, epic you need 40. Craft limit, we can craft rares once a day. Epics we can only do once per week, so you're gonna have to make sure you decide on what you're doing. Quality points needed for epics are 160, and you obtain 3 of them. So if we can get up to 160, which I think is 16 of these of the normal little catalysts here, you're gonna be able to get 3 of the epic catalysts you may need to maybe fully awaken a unit or possibly get their skills enhanced. I know that it seems like it's kind of counterproductive to take a bunch of your catalysts to kind of downgrade. It's essentially there to help you pinpoint exactly on a unit maybe you're looking for, and help use maybe some maybe you have a bunch of catalysts in your back pocket and you need to use those on a unit. You're not really using them on anybody else. You can kind of, put them all together and make a unit stronger when you couldn't in the first place. So I don't think it's the best thing in the world, but it's still a pretty good option for you guys and us to be able to use. Next up, we have Still Workshop upgrades. We got UI upgrades, and most importantly, we are now able to craft necklaces and rings. There's going to be a lot of that going on streams lately. I'm going to be doing it on a stream. Necklaces and rings are one of the hardest things to get from hunts and make sure they're good and yada, yada, yada. Well, now we get to at least get a little bit better, a little bit less RNG taken out of it, because we can actually craft and pinpoint that. So we're going to be able to go in here and do that. If you look, amounts, materials required per level, to make an 85 ring or necklace, it's going to be 78 of the material, which is kind of steep. That's almost double what we needed to make the boots or the, chest or anything like that, but it's going to be well worth it because those have the percentages on them, on their main stats, so that's going to be really great for you guys. Next up, the Automaton Tower. Oh my gosh, I've been wanting this in FFE forever, and hey, they give it to us in Epic 7. This is going to be a tower you guys can complete monthly to get monthly rewards. It's going to be like, I think it's kind of going to have like an Abyss vibe. You're going to have like a first kind of like fodder stage to build up maybe your souls and things like that. And then you're going to fight the main boss. There are going to be 100 floors on it, so it's going to be pretty high up there. Instead of going down like you do in the Abyss, you're going to go being up the tower. And again, like I said, it resets monthly. We're going to be able to see it, I think, in the game after the patch today. But we're not going to be able to access it until July 1st, which is great because I'm going to be gone for the weekend, so I'm going to come back and I'm going to be able to play it. We can see here that each of the floors are going to cost energy to do. It's going to be 5 energy, it looks like, for floor 1. We have some enemies here. The first floor is going to give us a little bit of gold. As we go and we fight, if we clear it, we get the reward. And also, we can actually debuff the monsters, okay? So we use Stigma to debuff the monsters. You can see if the monsters are too strong for you, you can't clear the level, well, Stigma's going to be there to help you. I know a lot of people stockpile Stigma sometimes. Stigma's going to be able to help you. So it's another use for Stigma, which is great. You can do it up to 3 times. It's going to cost a lot of Stigma, but maybe it'll help push you past that threshold you needed to get that great reward. Moving on down, we can see what the rewards are. And as a fresh player into the game, I absolutely love them. Okay, going through here, we get I am running so low on these charms in order to be able to upgrade my rings and accessories and things like that, rings and necklaces. I love seeing that. Next up, I love seeing leafs. I need leafs. I want to keep playing the game. Next up, molas. Are you kidding me? All of my characters need enhanced. That's awesome. And last but not least, they give us that big summon on floor 100. Hopefully it's not too hard. Hopefully I can make it there, and all of you guys can too. So we can have a nice summon every month. And again, these reset every month. So every 10th floor, we're going to get a great reward, which is awesome. They also have a ranking system, I guess, that shows how fast you cleared or something like that. We'll have to look into that later. I'm not too sure on that, if there are any rewards tied in with that. Next up, Moonlight Champion Serratos coming out. That's going to be a new ML summon, 4-star. I'm not going to go too in specific on him. There are fellow consecrators out there that know a lot more about this than I do. I just don't want to overstep my boundaries. I'm still on the learning curve, so forgive me for that. Until I understand the game a little bit better, I don't want to be like, hey, this guy's amazing, or hey, this guy sucks, unless I actually truly understand, okay? But he's going to be a new ML summon. But speaking of Keisei, I actually do know how Keisei works and where she's good. So there's going to be a new rate up event for Keisei, meaning you guys are going to have a better chance of getting Keisei when you use your bookmarks. Keisei is a water type unit that is amazing at doing damage when somebody has a barrier on it, when they have barrier. Guess who has barrier on? W11. Guess what kind of units are good against Wyvern 11? Water, Keisei, bam, boom. If you're a new player coming into the game or you're not clearing W11 yet, Keisei is going to be a great answer for you. If you already are clearing W11 pretty well, Keisei has other uses, obviously. She has uses for putting cooldowns on people, maybe in PvP. Problem with Keisei is, from what I've heard, she's not the fastest unit. She's also very, very paper thin. So she's essentially a glass cannon attacker, right? So I think our biggest use is for people, and people who want to pull for her are people who are struggling with W11, which is their next progression. This is a great pull for you. She's very, very strong in that. She's like the W11 queen. It's going to be great for you. Moving on down, we are getting another challenge, Ember Storm Pride, which is going to be, if you guys aren't used to this, I'm not used. This is my first one I'm looking into. This is going to be found at the bottom right when you're in battle, in challenges mode, okay? And what we do is we actually get a really, we get to farm for an artifact, along with a couple of other nice little rewards for this event. You go in, you beat a couple of stages. It looks like it's going to be 2 stages, and you farm this. Possible reward challenges, possible drops include the actual artifacts. We can get some kind of gear that probably is not going to be that good. We can get some lesser charms, and we get golden stigma. If you look here, we can see the drop rates. If you're doing normal, it's a 3% drop rate. Hard, 7%. Hell is 20%, so if you can clear that hell mode, that's really good for you. Crimson Seed's going to be the name of the artifact, and it's going to be a warrior exclusive artifact. And I think it's going to be very useful. We're going to have to see exactly how it works. You can build it all the way up, so you want to keep grinding it until you can at least limit break it out all the way, get it all the way leveled up, because what it does is it has a 70% chance to dispel 1 debuff when you are attacked. Can be activated only once per turn. The way we know, it's still going to be good either way, but for it to be really good, it needs to be like someone attacks you, you're stunned, this procs, and you're unstunned. So it really removes that exact turn. We're going to have to see exactly how it plays out here. If it does that, it's amazing. If it doesn't, it's still pretty good. You have to wait for your turn to take it off, I guess. But that's why it doesn't seem like it would work to take it off during your turn, because if you were stunned, your turn would activate and stun would go away anyway. Unless this procs and allows you to have your turn during, like, so before you take your turn, maybe it's like the vial where it'll remove it and you can still have your turn. But it says when you're attacked, actually. So it seems like it needs to really proc with, like, as you're attacking, debuff gets applied, Crimson Seed, roll happens. If it procs correctly, if 70% is yes, get rid of the debuff. We'll have to wait and see how it is. Either way, I think you guys should be farming and getting it. It could be useful, very useful in PvP, and maybe some PvE instances as well. And as you do it, there's some reputation bonuses. You got to clear normal, clear hard, clear difficulty, clear hell. Do it 10 times. You get all these great rewards that you would want. This is what I needed, though. Moving on down, we can go back and rewatch story. I missed the entire story. When this comes out, when I'm on the airplane leaving this weekend, I'm going to be watching, I'm going to get the Wi-Fi, and I'm going to be watching Epic 7 cutscenes. I'm going to catch up on the entire story because I missed it all the first time. There's UI improvements, all kinds of different stuff going on there. And then we have Arena 2 Season 2 closing. Now, I am a new player. I hopped in at the very end of Season 2. I'm trying to get those rewards. I'm trying to get that equipment. Everybody, we have until the 28th of July to get that equipment, to farm it up, to be able to grab it up, because we're going to need it. That equipment is very good. Season 3, we have a mid-season, like a preseason, and Season 3 will be starting August 11th. So that's one of the things they said inside of here. We also have a ton of events going on. I'm not going to go over too much of them, but they have a free unequip event. So if you're looking to maybe change up your equipment, you don't want to be wasting your gold, it's going to be happening today after maintenance, I do believe. Yes. Tomorrow, Wednesday. 26 after update. Yes, it's today. Why am I seeing the day this is 26? Anyway, and then we have, it goes until Sunday. So you're going to have time to mix and match. Maybe you get those new accessories. You can unequip, put them on, everything like that. So you guys can be messing around with that. See if there's anything else I missed here that I want to talk about. I think that's about it, guys. So, again, very excited to get in here and mess around with this stuff. There's so much stuff going on. The tower is going to be amazing. We just got to see how hard it is. Everybody pulling those ML summons. It's going to be hype every month to clear that tower and see what we get. Guys, this was my first breakdown of what we are getting in Epic 7. If you guys like this kind of video and you want me to keep doing it, kind of like my news videos I do for FFBE, as I become more knowledgeable, of course, I can be better at it. But, this is my first try, so let me know how it goes. Hey, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you're most excited for. And if you think you can take down the Tower 100 all the way up, I hope I can. And then subscribe for future Epic 7 content. We'll catch you guys in the next video.